rivers. Well, one summer I was in Colorado at my parents', and in their paper they had an example of citizen science where this is a pika. It's a cute little animal that's like related to a bunny rabbit. And they were worried about the pika population and the impact that the population had experienced because of climate issues. And so what they do every year is they train citizens to be able to identify evidence of pika population, whether it's you see it or you know what it sounds like, and so you can say, I heard a pika, or you know what its poo looks like, so you can say there's been a pika here, and then you report it to them so they know, they have evidence that there's different pika in different areas in that region. So like this is actually something that's used in the scientific community where I can't possibly go hike all of the trails in the Rocky Mountain Forest, but there are a lot of people that do, and those people can be trained to help give me the information that I need. Okay, that's when we say citizen science, that's what it means. It offers new models for collaboration, like connecting businesses or social causes with funding. We just talked about that. And all of these things, both citizen science and crowdsourcing, it's examples of things that we can do now, that we have the internet and technology that we could not have done 50 years ago. 50 years ago, we just would have to send a researcher on all of the trails looking for evidence of pika, right? But now we have the internet, we have the collaboration ability, and so we can help improve our efforts because of that computing. Okay, and then open data is sharing data with others so that they can analyze it. Way back in the day before the internet, if you wanted to be able to learn about something, you had to have a set of encyclopedias at your house that you had to pay for, right? Now you guys don't have to do that. You can go on the internet and you can learn from Wikipedia all of the information that I used to have available in my encyclopedias. That's an example of open data where there's information that is easily accessible that you don't have to pay money for, okay? Open data is shared by governments, share information, different organizations. So the idea is helping improve life because we can all have access to this data. And making that data open helps spread useful knowledge and creates opportunities for others to use it to solve problems. Open access specifically refers to research, where if I have researched to help find a cure for Alzheimer's, I can share what I've learned through open access so other people researching can find the same thing. So access is more specific to research-related things. All right, good. You should have that whole Google Doc finished. Turn it in now so you don't forget to get it turned in. And the second thing that we're going to talk about today has to do with machine learning. There are several videos that we are going to watch. Okay, I know you guys are all familiar with machine learning and AI. They're going to talk about how some of those things are able to do what they do. Okay, so I know it's several videos that we're going to watch. I need you to not be doing anything else. We're done with our Chromebooks now, so you can close those and put them away and log into your computer. But please make sure you're paying attention on here. Dang it. Sorry. No, you don't. Dang it.
You can rewatch it if you want.
There's. Okay, we're not going to do the code.org stuff. If you want to do it, you can. Sometimes students really, really enjoy it. But what you're doing is you're helping this little robot know the difference between trash and a fish because it's going to go into the ocean and collect all the trash, and you don't want it to accidentally throw away a fish. The point behind it is the more data we have to train artificial intelligence and through machine learning, the more accurate it's going to be. But if all I ever do is show it pictures of fish, when it gets to a seahorse, it's going to think the seahorse is trash because it doesn't look like any of the fish I trained it with. Okay? And the error here that we run into sometimes is if we train our things with data sets that don't cover everything they need to cover, then people or things can get left out, just like the seahorse would have gotten left out if all I did was show it fish. All right. So the issue comes when we don't do that, and it can cause something that they call algorithmic bias. The example that they have for you on code.org lesson is you're supposed to see different fish and say if the fish is angry or happy or sad. Well, what you think looks like an angry fish might be different than what the person next to you thinks looks like an angry fish. And so we can that can lead to issues. And this is the last video we're gonna watch. It has an example of where algorithmic bias comes in, not because the person putting together the program was like a racist or biased in any way, but because the data set that they used didn't completely cover the population that was going to use it. Okay, so watch that. Last video. Oh, I lied. There's one more. Sorry. Okay, so that's all we're gonna watch of this one. But the issue she's talking about, we're actually gonna see a video that talks more about it on Monday and talks to why. What was the issue with the data set and why did it cause that to happen? And she goes on to say, like, okay, so this like cutesy little program didn't work because it didn't recognize my face, but it can be tied to a bigger issue because facial recognition is starting to be used in a lot of different areas. And they're also starting to use algorithms to determine what students should get accepted into colleges and what students should qualify for scholarships. And so if the data sets used to train those algorithms have a bias in them, then it can impact everybody. Okay, so it's an important issue to be aware of, and we'll talk a little bit more about it on Monday. But this is, I promise, the last video. Guys, listen. Okay, so I want you guys don't log off yet, but turn off your computer screen. Okay, because I want to introduce to you one of my favorite machine learning sites, and I don't want you to get distracted on it. Before I have I get to tell you why I want you to use it. Okay, so I'm going to go to a site called QuickDraw. And just real quick, I'm going to show you how it works because I want to show you what happens afterwards. So it's going to give me something that I have to draw. And using machine learning, it's going to guess or try to guess what I've drawn.
For marker. For spoon.
That's definitely a spoon.
For shovel. Oh, I know. It's screwdriver.
Okay, and I'm horrible at this game, and you can judge all that you want because you're going to have to draw
I see squiggle.
in just a second.
For nose.
Okay?
Oh, I know. It's bulldozer.
How?
How in the world?
I see bridge.
Bridge.
For garden hose. For pliers.
Pliers.
For lobster. I see dragon.
Give it a nut.
For mosquito. I see frog. Sorry, I didn't guess
That's
it.
okay. That's good because now I can use that one as my example.
For hat. For handbag. Oh, I know. It's basket. I see circle. For yoga. For shoe. For
Nope,
toothbrush.
not a trombone.
Oh, I know. It's trombone. I see pond. For potato.
It's a steak. Snake.
For belt. I see steak. I see garden hose. For avocado.
All right. So here's why I want you to see it. So which one do you guys think I did the worst on? Snake? Okay. So let's go to snake. It shows me different drawings that it thought maybe I was matching, and then it shows me drawings that people did that it was able to correctly identify. Okay? This is, I know, it makes me feel like a bad person because I'm so bad at this game. What was the other one it didn't get? It didn't get squirrels. See, I feel like that's a decent looking squirrel. There are the squirrels that people drew. Okay? So, this website is an example of machine learning where every person that plays the game, the drawings that they create get fed into a giant data set, like a big data set that teaches the program where people start usually drawing this thing and what elements of it they start to draw first. So it can identify for all of these things what they're drawing. The other thing about this that is really cool is it's open access. So if you think that this data set would be helpful in whatever you're creating, it is free for you to download and use. Okay, so machine learning and open access, it's a really cool site. Go ahead and go to it and see if you can draw better than me. All of you judgy people.
That is me. The RT.
One for one.